This is a story about a property in Titusville, similar to a lot of the situations that we work with. Barb ended up calling me one morning about his property, saying it was his dad's property. He died a few years ago, and that his brother had recently died who lived in the property, and that he was trying to figure out the whole situation, and his lawyer was charging him $200 an hour just to discuss on the right way to end up selling the property. And he was thinking that he needed to probate his brother's will, but he couldn't afford to continue paying the lawyer just to meet with him. Long story short, he was a mess. He didn't understand probate, and he talked with some other home buyers, and some of them were being helpful and others were just blowing smoke, telling him what he wanted to hear and not really thoroughly explaining the situation. I talked with Barb and I explained how the process worked and told him that we had dealt with probates before, and I helped him get a better grasp on the situation and how the process was going to look moving forward. He also said that his sister had a realtor look at the property, and the realtor said it was worth much more than what I figured the actual value was at the time. Barb was using this appraisal of sorts to reach out to home buyers in the Space Coast area, and all of them were offering essentially the agent's appraisal price, sight unseen, not knowing anything about the property. This is common in the industry where buyers just offer any price to the seller and then try to renegotiate after they inspect the property, tying up the homeowner in the contract for days, weeks, months at a time, and not closing unless they negotiate down on the price. I told Barb that I wanted to see the property before making an offer, and then I ended up going to the property, and when I arrived, I realized that his brother died in the property months earlier and wasn't found for a few weeks. This resulted in a huge health hazard, and we couldn't enter parts of the property for concerns of breathing toxins. Now at this point, we had several issues. We possibly needed to get a probate on the property in order to close. We needed to get the property professionally cleaned, not to mention the property had junk from one side of the property to the other. I told Barb that I would get him an offer within the next day, but that it wouldn't be anywhere near the other offers that he had received at that point. The other home buyers wouldn't even show up at the property without Barb signing a contract. He was confused on why people wouldn't come see him without signing a contract, but this is very typical in the business because people don't always end up listening to the seller and their concerns. Also, their offers are contingent on long inspection periods, signing up the property for weeks or months at a time, with no commitment to close on the property. Me and a partner ended up making a no contingency offer that bought the property as is with the biohazard issues, the mess throughout the property, and we settled on the probate. Our number was not nearly as high as the other fluffed offers, but we created a relationship with the sellers and they knew they could trust that we would close on the property. We ended up using our lawyer for the probate, and after we closed on the property, we had a local biohazard company, BioWay, to clean up the property for a certified clean. The sellers were happy to move on with their lives, and Simple Sale learned a lot of good lessons along the way. We work with distressed homeowners throughout Central Florida, always promising a simple sale.